I'm supposed to be filming a video right now, but I'm in a shockingly bad mood, like real bad. So let's do it with wine. So as you can see by the title, today we are doing unpopular makeup opinions as sent in by you guys if you follow me on Instagram. Probably should have posted it on YouTube community as well, but I forgot, often do. I kicked it off with my unpopular makeup opinion, which was, I am so sick to death of seeing cannabis related makeup. Maybe it's a cultural thing because it's still illegal here in the UK, but my goodness, it is so boring. Real boring. And a lot of people agreed with me. Thank you for agreeing with me. And the rest of the categories in contention for unpopular makeup opinions are as follows. Brands, brows, concealer, eyeshadow, foundation, miscellaneous, personal attacks, and sexy. So we're gonna be in for a lot of fun. And it's Friday night. So if you too have some leftover old wine in your fridge, you should join me. Even though the day I'm filming this is not Friday night, it is Monday evening. Okay, I'm just going to start at the top. Brands. Huda. I've only got two specific brands. Huda and Tarte seem to take a little bit of a beating, to be honest. First, unpopular opinion. Huda Beauty products suck and I will never buy anything from her brand. She has awful morals. That is probably a fairly popular opinion, in my opinion. Disagree, though. I love most of what I've tried from Huda Beauty and think that they're pretty good. I know she is from Dubai and therefore everyone was really cheesed off that she didn't put anything on her page for Pride Day, but that's because it is illegal in her country. And so probably just to stay on the safe side and not wanting to get killed, she didn't put anything on her page for Pride. I think that's a lot of the drama. A lot of the other drama is that she steals ideas from other people. I don't really think she does, but that's my personal opinion. This is all opinion based, of course, so you can totally come for me in the comments if you want. If they're mean, I just won't read them. I mean, I will because I'll have to go through them all, but you know what I mean. And then the last Huda one, because there's quite a few to get through of other things. Huda Beauty eyeshadows are so overrated. Even my Revolution shadows work better. Disagree. Completely disagree, but that is a valid opinion. And I'm sure some people would agree with you as well. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with you. I personally have not found one Revolution eyeshadow palette that is better than a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette that I own. I mean, I don't own all the Revolution palettes, so I own a lot of them, but I don't own them all. I do love Revolution eyeshadows, obviously, quite a lot of them. But Huda Beauty shadows are superior in my, wine burp. In my opinion. The amount of people that unsubscribe to you when you burp is hilarious. Okay, the second one is Tarte, and we have 3 under this category. Bored of Tarte releasing the same neutral eyeshadow palettes every time. Yes, agree, 100% agree. I think Tarte eyeshadow palettes are more boring than chopping potatoes, painting a very large room, listening to your mother shout at you, washing your makeup brushes, etc, etc. So boring. I do really love the Icy Betch palette. No, I don't. That's not the palette I love. It's the limited edition one that looks like this. It'll be on the screen. It's absolutely gorgeous for the middle shades. I want it so bad. Almost bought it last night and then didn't because I realised I had no money in my bank account, but would have bought it. Probably won't though because it is limited edition and I like using things, well, buying things that I can actually use on my channel. On the other end of the spectrum, Tarte eyeshadow is so slept on, literally some of the best shadows I've ever used. I think a lot of people would agree with you and not say that it's unpopular. I would think a lot of people say Tarte eyeshadows are very good quality. A lot of people say they're not. I couldn't tell you because I don't think I've tried any. No, I haven't. I've never tried Tarte eyeshadows. And then the last one just says Tarte is boring. Again, probably a 50-50 split. I find Tarte really, really boring. The only thing I really like from Tarte is their foundations I kind of like, and I like the Shape Tape concealer, but it's definitely not all it was cracked up to be, in my humble opinion. Yeah, Tarte's very boring. Tarte is not a brand that I go, ooh, I wonder what is coming from Tarte next, because it's probably a neutral eyeshadow palette, let's be honest. Sorry, all my notes are on my laptop. I don't have an iPad. Ooh, brows next, and we have 6. Light eyebrows can be trendy. I assume you mean like not like really drawn on, pronounced Instagram brows as opposed to light brows, because people with like really blonde hair probably do quite light brows. Yeah, I think they can be trendy. I think any brow can be trendy, apart from any of the like weird brow trends that are like wiggly and wobbly or like cut out or anything weird with brows. Mine are really intense because I put on that Makeup Revolution brow dye stuff, and it is a lot better than the Maybelline, I'll tell you that. It's a lot darker. Anyway, that's all I have on my eyebrows today, with a little bit of Gimme Brow. And yeah, very impressed with it. But let's see if it washes off after I take my makeup off today. Thick, bushy eyebrows. Do you mean they're good or bad? Because I love thick, bushy eyebrows. And I don't know what your opinion is on it, because it just says thick, bushy eyebrows. Skinny eyebrows. Go on, you. Go on, you know you want to. You know, I'm reading this all wrong. Go on, you know you wanna. I think that's a winky face. No, it's a face. Don't know what that was. I'm pretty sure I've got pretty skinny brows. My brows are probably the skinniest they've ever been. I'm wearing a pigment obviously in my eyes, and it keeps falling out all over my face. I love a skinny brow. Not too skinny, but skinny. Whatever you want. Doing my brows last is a good or bad thing. I don't know what you mean. Oh. I would never do my brows last. I actually do my brows first, because sometimes, very often, if I do like a full face of complicated makeup, like say I did this look, which took me a long time because I take my time, and then I still had my brows to do at the end of it, I would wipe all my makeup off and go to bed, because I hate doing eyebrows. So if I don't do eyebrows first, then my makeup isn't getting done. 100% guaranteed. Brows suck. Brows before foundation, 100%. 100% agree with you. Lots of people disagree with us, but I agree with you. I'm bored of Instagram brow. Natural bushy brows look so much better in my opinion. A lot of people don't have enough hair for natural bushy brows, so I mean, I would have really lovely big bushy brows if I had enough hair, but I don't, so I tend to do Instagram brows, because if I don't, it just looks like I've forgotten to put half of my face on. So yeah, I mean, I think big bushy brows are beautiful, but a lot of people just can't do them because they don't have any hair on their brows. Ooh, next category, concealer. The Revolution Conceal and Define is awful. Crease is so bad, and it doesn't cover dark circles. I like it, personally. I do think your opinion would be a dividing one. It does crease. Oh, but then all concealers crease on me. I just set them with powder and then it doesn't. It doesn't cover dark circles. To an extent, I think it's a pretty good concealer. It's a good affordable concealer. It's, well, as we were talking about the Jeffree Star one, it's £4 and you get like almost no product. But I think it's pretty good, in my opinion. Let us know down below your opinion. My opinion. Please leave your opinions on the ones that strike you the most in the comments so we can actually have fun. Ooh. The Jeffree Star concealer packaging is tacky and not cute. That will divide people. Jeffree Star divides people anyway. It's tacky. It is so tacky, but that's kind of why I like it personally, and I think that's why a few people like it. I think a lot of people just think it's super cute and not tacky at all, but I do think it does look super tacky. But I kind of love it for that reason. Other than the concealer, I think Tarte is the most boring brand. Oh, I was supposed to do this one before brands because then I was going to segue into Tarte. That's so annoying. Yeah, agreed. Tarte is very boring, but other people will love it. Eyeshadow next, and we have 8 different opinions to discuss. I hate palettes with 30 plus shades that are all basically the same. Cough, Morphe, cough, very subtle, but I think you're hitting at Morphe. Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. I think Morphe are definitely improving a lot, like with James Charles palette, even the Jaclyn Hill palette, 35V, 35M, 35G is literally only still in my collection because it's the only eyeshadow palette I have that I actually hate. I think that palette is terrible and it all looks the same. So I kind of agree with you. No, I completely agree with you. Like when they all look the same. So boring. Subculture is fine. I agree. Many don't. Need to stop pulling back the chin. Yeah, I think Subculture is great. I've hit pan on almost every single shade in my Subculture palette, and I was going to pull it out, but there's 4 palettes stacked on top of it and I can't be bothered. I really like Subculture. I will admit sometimes it's hard to use, but I think that's just the days that I'm having bad makeup days, because usually it's fine. Oh, I think I've got 2 of these. Neutral palette with a pop of blue. It's the pop effect. So I think you could mean pop of anything, but pop of blue specifically, because that's what's popping up a lot. 100% agree. It's the pop effect. It's like literally a scientific term. They put 34 boring shades in and a pop of blue, and then you buy it because you're like, oh, that blue's gorgeous and I can't possibly live without it, and then you have 34 shades that you hate. Good example of a pop of blue, just gonna show you. This one, Dose of Colours, Friendcation palette, pop of blue, but this is the best palette in the entire world. Do I have a pop of blue that is what you mean? Pretty sure I do. Neutral palette, pop of blue. Okay, technically there's 2 blues, but this is the pop. This one down here. This is the Zodiac palette by Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. I actually quite like this palette, but I did buy it for the blue, so there you go. I got sucked in by the pop effect. I don't think that's really an unpopular opinion though. I think a lot of people are really wising up to the pop effect right now, but yeah, I agree. So bored of neutral palettes with a pop of colour. See previous. All cheaper drugstore brands in the UK do crap eyeshadow palettes apart from Revolution. Yes, kind of. I will say exception Lottie London times Tweely palette is incredible from Lottie London, obviously. And I actually really love the Lemonade palette from Maybelline as well, but apart from that, I would agree with you. I don't think any other brands do good eyeshadow palettes. NYX, but they're not cheap. They're not cheap. So I'd say NYX is like high-end drugstore, if you know what I mean. Ooh, this one almost went into personal attacks. Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes are so overrated. How dare you? I'm joking. I think a lot of people probably think that, and I will say that their price increase up to £46 for the last 2 palettes is outrageous. It is literally outrageous. Still would have bought the Riviera for £46 if they didn't send it to me, but that's almost £50. £2 more to get a Jeffree Star palette, which has a lot more product in it, like a lot more product in it. But I do think their shadows are very good quality and really good, but I have never hit pan on shadows as quickly as I do with my ABH palettes. And it's maybe partly to do with the fact that I use them a lot, but partly to do with the fact that you get very little product for your money as well. Bit bored of Revolution times everyone, unless you had a palette, of course. Thank you. I think a lot of people are really bored of Revolution. The kind of girls that I chat with, that was not a fart, that was my hand on the table. I can't replicate the noise. The kind of core group of girls that I chat to on Instagram DMs on like the regular daily basis. We always kind of focus, please, that was rude. We agree on this too. There's too many collaborations with Makeup Revolution. So I kind of have a soft spot for her palettes because they're incredible. Really like the Tammy 1 palette. Not so much Tammy 2, but that's neither here nor there. Never bought the Carmi palettes just because I've never really gelled with his personality personally, just by watching him. And then there's been Petra, Emily Noel, Nath, I don't know the first name, yada yada yada. They release a lot of collabs, and I think it kind of takes the shine off. And also I think personally they should wait way longer between announcing their collabs, because Tammy's second palette just dropped like not that long ago, and now Carmi's second palette is dropping, and I think it kind of takes it away from the individual person and like the achievement of getting a palette with a brand when someone else's palette drops so quickly. But yeah, I think they probably collaborate too much, but if they wanted to collaborate with me, would I say yes? There'd have to be a lot of product testing involved. That's all I'll say. Next category is foundation, of which I have a few opinions myself. Full coverage foundation doesn't look good in real life. Again, almost went into personal attacks. I disagree with you entirely, and I'm sure a lot of people will too. However, a lot of people will agree with you as well, granted. I think it all depends. You could put a full coverage foundation on and just put a really light layer of it on. My skin looks flawless right now, mostly because my beauty lights, but no, genuinely in real life. I used 1 pump of a full coverage foundation today because I used the Glam Glow illuminating moisturizer and my skin looked fabulous. And yeah, this is full coverage foundation. In real life, looks fabulous in my opinion. Fenty Beauty foundation is dreadful. It patches on your skin. That is a very unpopular opinion. A very unpopular opinion indeed, because we all know Fenty created makeup. Rihanna was the first to do anything, and now any brands that come out with anything are all compared to Fenty because Rihanna did it first. Do you know how much I cannot stand when a new product launches and you go into Trend Mood's comments and they're like, Fenty did it first, everybody's copying Fenty. Fenty, Fenty, Fenty. They did nothing first. They were literally one of the last to the race. Sorry. But I agree, Fenty foundation is disgusting, and the only reason I still have it in my collection is because I'm gonna do a full face of makeup I hate on a day where I feel self-destructive and want to make myself look horrible. Oh, this one really grinds my gears. Celebrity MUAs telling people they must use minimal products when their models are perfect. No, no. You don't see these big MUAs on Instagram using girls. I mean, sometimes you do, but you rarely see them use girls that have a lot of acne, girls or boys with a lot of acne, or pretty bad facial rosacea, or eczema, or anything like that. You do not see them use those models very often. I'm sorry, but you don't. And I just agree with your opinion. I've lost my train of thought, but they do use beautiful, perfect, spotless, literally, people, and then just use a tiny bit of MAC face and body, and it's just like, mate, nobody can do that. Some people can, but most people can't. Foundation just looks cakey if you wear it during the day. I bet that's going to be real unpopular. Yeah, I would agree. I think that was probably pretty unpopular. I don't know if you're suggesting people should only wear makeup at night or not, but foundation doesn't have to look cakey during the day. Just apply it properly with a nice moisturized base, good primer depending on your skin type, moisturizer, because I don't really believe in primer, and and if you don't put it on literally with a trowel, it should be fine. Oh, we're on to our miscellaneous category now. The market is oversaturated. Yes, this is the one I was talking about. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just getting the wine burps. So most brands seem to just be competing. We've created it as consumers, but brands have helped create it. It's a vicious cycle. Make more, people buy more. People buy more, they make more. Yada yada yada. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken, apparently, according to the Bible. My dad is a minister, so it must have been the chicken. The market is oversaturated. Yes, 100%. It's so frustrating. I find it especially frustrating because I feel like it's my duty now to always have the newest makeup to review for my channel. So I feel like whenever there's like something vaguely exciting dropping, that I need to buy it, which puts me in a bad position because I never have any money. Like, I mean, I just spent so much money on this new Stila palette because I was like, oh, people are gonna want to see that, aren't they? They're gonna want to see that. So I bought it. It's 50 bucks almost for that palette. The Jeffree Star Blue Blood was 48. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so expensive. Nobody has the money to keep up with this. And all the big beauty YouTubers, they just get sent it all for free. And I know I do get sent some for free, which I don't take for granted. But I mean, they tout it and tout it and tout it, some of them, and you're just like, mate, no one can afford this. No one can afford this. So yeah, the market is definitely oversaturated. I think you're probably not gonna find that many people disagree with that comment, to be honest. This one kind of upset me a little bit. Your eyeshadow doesn't have to be blended with the dancing Ariba girl beside it. I'm just gonna move on to the next one. We don't have to fight personally, but yeah. Jeffree Star's videos have gone terrible. All he does is brag about money. I put this one in here because, again, Jeffree Star is very divisive amongst people, and I would kind of agree with you, to be honest. Like, I feel like he doesn't do makeup videos anymore that much, and I don't really want to watch you do your makeup in a private jet, or yeah, it just all seems a bit braggy. So does Jaclyn Hill, to be honest. So does a lot of the very successful big YouTubers. I think James Charles will get like that eventually. Another unpopular opinion to throw in there, because he's still pretty new to the makeup game, like on YouTube. But all the really big ones have all just got super rich now and don't need to make the kind of videos that got them popular in the first place. And it's just like, meh, they just show off their posh houses and stuff, which is great. I mean, very happy for you. Very jealous, but very happy. And I would love a big posh house. No, I'd rather a small cottage and be able to have like 4 horses, but do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm making no sense. I'm gonna move on to the next one. I thought this one was funny. I'm fed up of seeing the Revolution eggs. Oh my goodness, oh my. I'm also fed up of seeing the Revolution donuts. Like, unless they're bath bombs, I don't care. Who wants a palette shaped like a donut? And it's squishy and it's fat and it's impractical. I've got them all. I put them in my bin. Not my bin, not my bin. Don't worry, I don't put perfectly good stuff in the bin. My donation bin. I call it a bin because Americans tend to call like buckets bins. Or like boxes, like plastic boxes, bins. We call them boxes here. Or Tupperware for giants. Nobody needs brushes shaped like unicorn horns, Harry Potter's wands, Jon Snow's sword, etc. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'd all like to see and touch Jon Snow's sword, if you know what I mean. So now we're going to tackle the category of sexy, of which there is only two, and they both agree with each other, so I'll just put them both up on screen. They basically say, I'm so done with sexual names for makeup products, lame, and I'm so bored of over-sexualized collections. In brackets, two-faced. Agree. There's a few things I don't need in my makeup. I don't need political messages. I don't need religious messages. I don't need drugs. And I don't need sex in my makeup. Brownies honour. Is that... I don't know. I was never in the brownies. Yeah, it's just unnecessary. I get it. Orgasm maybe caused a bit of a stir back in the 50s when you created it. I don't know when it was created. I know nothing about makeup history. It's not shocking anymore. It's also not shocking calling a lipstick deep throat. It's just like, it's all just unnecessary. It's like, come on. What is deep throat? I don't think that is a lipstick. I think that's another blush. Is it? I don't know. I don't have that much NARS in my collection. Just a bit unnecessary. Even the Kat Von D Fetish palette. It's called Fetish. That should tip you off to the names inside. They're just really not cool, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people love putting orgasms all over their face. This video is definitely getting demonetized. I can tell you that for free right now. Anyway, let's move into the last category, which is the most important one, which is personal attacks on me by you guys on Instagram. Okay, so let us begin, shall we? Highlighting the chin is unnecessary with 5 Ys, in my opinion. Love ya. Love you too. I think your opinion's horrible and you probably smell. I take that back straight away. You seem like a very nice person. I respect your opinion wholly. Sorry, I've just got an itchy chin. I'm just trying to think of a rebuttal. Gosh, so itchy. So I will admit, in that video where a lot of people told me off for highlighting my chin too much, but kind of looking back, maybe my chin looked a bit too highlighted, but I love highlighting my chin. And before I put on this amount of highlight on my chin, I felt like my chin highlighter percentage was just right, just right. I am joking, all of these personal attacks ones, I just thought it was funny. I actually want to put a trigger warning, but I now know that people get triggered when you say triggered, so I don't want to trigger anyone. I hate big lashes, too much bronzer and too much highlight, but that's on me. I mean, you look bomb in them. Lucy Cookie Cats, I agree, I look bomb in all of those things. Hamish would disagree and agree with you. So would my dad, again, with my dad. I think big lashes are fabulous. I'm wearing ginormous lashes right now. I think too much bronzer, yeah, sometimes I kind of agree with that. And too much highlight. I just think that's really horrible of you to say that to me, to be honest. And I'm triggered. No, I get it. Maybe you're a more natural gal. And maybe you have the face to pull it off, but I don't. Oh my goodness, I don't. When I wear natural makeup, I look like a cave troll. So that I cover all of my insecurities up with makeup, you know? The healthy way of doing things. People pulling stupid faces in makeup videos on Instagram annoys me. Well, my sweet, sweet angel. That sounded really patronising. Well, you lovely person that gave your opinion. My opinion is, I hate, this is a different kind of thing. The kind of Instagram videos I hate, people pick up a bronzer and they're like, like that. Do you know what I mean? Like they've never seen a makeup product before. Or like the big fake, I feel like it's mostly American people, I'm really sorry to generalize, over fake like smiles, like I hate that. But in terms of pulling stupid makeup videos in Instagram, I'm thoroughly guilty of doing that, and to be honest, a lot more people click on your videos when you do it, and it gives you more exposure. So that's why I do it, to be honest, and that's probably why most people do it. That's probably why 99.9% of people do it. Or put like a little red circle around something and you're like, I know that shows nothing, but I'm gonna click on this video anyway, and then you see it got like 7 million views. It's just the game. It's clickbait. It works. Okay, last one. Highlighter is overrated and overused. Who do you think you are? I'm joking. You know, I would probably agree with you to an extent that it is overused. I once saw a girl walking down Prince's Street when I was on a bus. Sorry, I'm just repowdering my face, and she had a little bit of highlighter on. When I say a little bit, I mean I think she dunked her head in a bucket of silver paint, and admittedly it didn't look great, but done just the right amount, just probably what I'm doing just now. Like if you just put this much on, I think you're fine, to be honest. And this, by the way, is Ofra glazed donut, and I think you can see just applied naturally, you're just getting that really nice effect, like the sun is shining on you constantly, and like your skin is super healthy. Do you know what I mean? And you don't at all look like you're slightly dead. Wow, this looks shocking. At least I've taken a photo of my makeup. My back is literally so painful. Overused by some, underrated by none. Okay? Highlighter is wonderful in all of its forms. It just needs to be used right, like anything. But like anything, makeup wise, not like murder or adultery or arson, you can do whatever you want. So I think that about sums it up. I have enough for about 10 parts of this video, so if you want to see any more, do let me know. But I still haven't even done my Q&A yet that I asked for months ago. This just seemed more fun, and I honestly hate just sitting talking to the camera. Not like I'm embarrassed by it or anything, I'm just like, oh, for goodness sake, shut up. Which is probably what you're all feeling. But for the few people that enjoyed this video, thank you so much. Please do give it a thumbs up. Tell me down below what your unpopular makeup opinion is, and let's all have a massive fight in the comments. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Hope I'll see you in my next video, and on that note, bye bye.